and contribute, ask question, and just share the tweet, the space, and all of that is qualified for the giveaway. So please, it's free. There's not much criteria to read. We are just trying to incentivize everything that we are doing. So please try and get in touch and then ask question and share your thoughts. So that is that. Now let's just go straight into the space. Thank you so much for listening so far. Yeah, it's been amazing. So I'm going to be starting with let me because I feel a lot of people here don't know much about Pine. Yes, we might know Pi that it's a crypto project that you can mine with your phone. It has over 60 million users and all of that. But at some point, it's still going to be unfair if we don't talk about Pine as well. So let me give you a bit of introduction on Pine before we start everything. So simple and non-complex definition of what or explanation of what Pine is. So Pine is a Bitcoin inscription project created by a member of the Pi Chinese community. And what the full meaning of Pine means, that's P-I-I-N means is that it's called Pi inscription. Remember I said gotten from the Bitcoin inscription. So you can also think of it as a meme coin launched by Pi pioneers in China with the aim of accelerating the Pi mainnet launch and empowering more people to have access to KYC while it still serves as this grassroots social experiment for the general public. And one of the main ideas behind Pine is that we are trying to redefine what we call a meme coin. So meme coins, like a lot of us have experienced recently, is like something that we just pump and dump and then just forget about the coin or expect to make profit from it at some point. But what Pine is doing is trying to bring in the culture of Pi Network, the culture of values, of community development, and all of that, of working together as a decentralized body into the concept of meme coin. So Pine is not just an average meme coin, like your regular meme coin. It's something that every single person that is part of this community is ensuring that they build it on values and all of that. And also, I think currently we have over 20,000 pioneers of the pine, and majority of them whom are Chinese pioneers, and they are eager to share their experiences, their stories, and just about Pine Network and Pine in general. But since many of them they don't speak English, yeah, that is a problem now. But our speakers and my co-host and Ms. Vita and Mr. Ben, we are going to be sharing these stories on their behalf and also just helping you understand what really Pine is all about. So I'll be, since we already have the stories here with us, yeah, it's going to be a very good one, and I endow you to please listen attentively because you might find some kind of inspiration that you need, especially within this crypto space that is so chaotic. And we need people that they have experiences. We need people that at some point they have gone through something, and you can glean from that. So, Mr. I'm sorry, Engineer Vita, has a story to share with us. So I'll just mute my mic for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, dear host. I think you are listening me. Am I clear?
Yes, today is better. I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. As I said, I am Engineer Vito, Pi Open Mainnet 2024 as my name on X. So, in this rapidly evolving digital age, the world of cryptocurrency is like uncharted ocean full of opportunity and risks. This true story of the main member of Piin community and counted how they navigated those troubled water, experiencing the rules and the setback before the final finding his own path. In June 2019, I left the dialect sale industry and was introduced to the world of cryptocurrency by so-called expert. This new revenue field is like an, an uncovered continent, fills me in an unexpected existment as worth seems within reach. However, reality can be cruel. In just over 6 months, I lose more than 300,000 yen, approximately it is 46,000 US dollar. Back then, my mind was filled in fantasies of getting rich overnight. I am levered in joy of realizing the price without truly understanding of the nature of Bitcoin or the importance of blockchain technology. I brought Bitcoin, I blow Bitcoin and participating in so-called interest earning schedule scheme, staking the Bitcoin on platform is in exchange for their tokens. Branded by higher interest rate of freeze of bull market, I dreamed those tokens would surpass the Bitcoin. Looking back, I was like a person dancing on edge of cliff with crossed eyes, always at risk to fall into the abyss. By the end of 2019, unexpected COVID-19 pandemic completely disrupted my life and pushed me to my lowest point. During this difficult period, I began to deeply reflect on my decision-making ability and judgment criteria. Despite the painful losses, I still believe that blockchain technology had immense potential. This time, however, I decided to truly understand the letter than blindly follow other. Hungry for knowledge, I found the tech company and began to learn about IPFS and Filecoin. This run experience became my turning point. Through in-depth study, I gained the comprehensive understanding of blockchain technology. This progress was not just technical, it was a transformation in my way of thinking. For last 2020 to the uh, to the first half 2021, the cryptocurrency market experienced the wide bull run. Thank you for my previous running and preparation. I seized this opportunity and made millions. At the time, I felt as if I had become a wealth overnight. However, I later realized that those gain was more the result of market's favorable condition during the special period rather than my investment skills. During this bull market, I witnessed a main jaw-dropping story. So some people invested millions in mining machine only to lose almost everything. Others invested a few $100 in so-called meme coin and expectedly made hundred ten of millions. Those extreme examples made me realize that in this market, simply crossing trade is far from enough. Without continued learning and growth, one will inevitably become the target of others to profit from. This was mainly became because my understanding of cryptocurrency field financial investment was still severely lacking. It was un- it was not until I joined a book club organized by crypto veteran that I truly realized the gap in my knowledge. During subsequent 2 years bear market, I began systematically studying and filling in those gaps. However, the accumulation of knowledge does not immediately translate into wealth growth. I watched helplessly as a nascent in my wallet uh, significantly shrunk. This painful experience only strengthens my determination to learn more. In 2023, after failing in other investments, I still firmly believe that the cryptocurrency market offered the best opportunity for ordinary person to change their fortune. Through the friend's introduction, I come closer I came across the Piin project and its club in China. At the time, the concept of inscription was trading, and the Piin, a sort of Pi inscription, was the innovative project based on this technology. Upon learning that Piin was the project driven by the Pi Network community, I was immediately intrigued. As a Pi miner myself, with many friends doing the same, I recognize the immense potential for flow and influence of the innovative project based on the existing community. After follow research, I not only invested in multiple Pi token, but also actively participated in various Pi community activities. I became one of the main promoter of offline salon event, witnessed uh, the most widely traveled voluntary actively participating in outreach effort. This experience has been invaluable to me. Although they may not be immediately economic return in short term, I believe this is the most precious exciting existence experience in my journey of learning and growth in cryptocurrency field. Through the community involvement, my understanding was significantly improved and being put to the test. Today, my main assets are in Piin. I deeply believe in the potential of Piin project and even more in power of community. In the crypto world, the consensus is the core value and the project that can trade phenomena influence Leo. Each of us participate in a protagonist of this existing story through various social platform. We spread the culture, spirit, and belief of buying community to everyone seeking the opportunity. I firmly believe that in this new market cycle, we will ultimately success because of buying. This journey has taught me that in the world of cryptocurrency, passion alone is far from enough. True success require continued learning, deep thinking, and unwavering belief. Most importantly, it require finding the project that communicate communicate that communicate that you can identify with and full committee to. For me, Pi-in is exactly that. In this digital world, full of knowledge and opportunity, each of us is writing our own story. And my story with Pi-in is just beginning. Thank you so much, Hosta.
Thank you very much. I think one significant thing I heard from what you said is that idea that, especially when it comes to bull run, you think you have mastered cryptocurrency, you have made so much money, or let's say, like you said, maybe about 300 to $1 million. So at that point, you would think, oh my goodness, I'm so good at cryptocurrency, I'm so good at it. Not knowing that you really don't know nothing. It's just because of the market conditions that you happen to be that rich or you make that much profit. And at the same time, banking on education alone won't really help you that much because at some point you would think you know everything you're supposed to uh, what's it called, know about cryptocurrency, and all of a sudden something new comes up. Like the New York University, their crypto course. So what they do is that they said every 3 months they update the course. Why they do that is because everything in cryptocurrency is updating. So at this point, everybody has to be badly current. Everybody has to know his game very well because you can't always trust on markets, like you said, market conditions. Like it happens. People have lost a lot from cryptocurrency. So you can't always trust on that. But either ways, I think the lesson has been learned, and yeah, we have to just invest in what we trust and invest in what we want to build. So thank you very much, Engineer Vita. So moving further, we'll be having another speaker here with us, Mr. Ben. So I don't know if he's yet home, but I believe so. So hello, Mr. Ben. Are you free now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Good day, everybody. My name is Mr. Ben. I'm one of the co-builder of Piin community, and I'm here to share a story and that embodies our spirit and the spirit of our Piin community. It's a tale of friendship, opportunity, success, failure, and untimely hope. It all began in 2021 in a small, cozy barber shop tucked away in a hustling city corner. That's where I met him, a hardworking barber who would become not just my hairstylist, but a friend. With each visit, as he expertly trained my hair, we would chat about life. His eyes were light up as he talked about his dreams, but I couldn't see, but I could see the weariness behind them. You see, this barber was struggling. He was working long hours, sometimes skipping meals to save money. His parents had passed away, leaving him alone to face the worst challenges. Seeing his determination and hearing about his dreams, I felt compelled to help him somehow. That's when I introduced him to the world of cryptocurrency. At first, he was kept calm, but as I shared my own experiences, I saw a spark of interest ignite in his eyes and some consideration. He decided to take a leap of faith with his life savings of 80,000 yuan, which is about $12,000. He invested in Stra on my advice. The next few months were a whirlwind. We rode the waves of the crypto market together. Three, there were ups and downs, moments of doubt and moments of excitement. His trust in me was both a gift and a heavy responsibility. I felt the weight of his dreams on my shoulders. Then came the day that changed everything. The market surged and the barber's investment skyrocketed. By the end of 2021, his 80,000 yuan had turned into a staggering 2 million yuan, about $300,000. The transformation was immediate. The, the dramatic and dramatic gone was the way barber, replaced by a man full of energy and hope. He brought a Toyota Camry, his dream car. He moved into a better apartment, started eating at restaurants he could only dream of before. His entire demeanor changed. He stood taller, smiled more often, and spoke with confidence. But there is where our story takes an unexpected turn. Fast forward to 2024 this year. Remember how I mentioned turning 80,000 yuan into 2 million yuan? Well, life has a way of teaching us harsh lessons, and he learned one the hard way. Over the past few weeks, we continued our investment journey together, but as he saying goes, easy come, easy go. Our initial success might have gone to our heads a bit. We started chasing bigger dreams, taking bigger risks. Some investment paid off, others not so much. But here is the kicker. It wasn't just unfortunate investments that drained his newfound wealth. He blessed his heart and got a taste of the good life and couldn't resist indulging. The Toyota Camry it turned into a sleek BMW. Weekend trips became a lavish vacation. Designer clothes replaced his simple wardrobe. Before we knew it, his lifestyle inflated faster than a bull run market. I tried to advise him to remind him of the importance of saving and planning for the future. But the allure of luxury was so strong. You only live once, he would say with a grin, waving off my concerns. As his friend and mentor, I felt responsible. I had shown him how to make money, but I hadn't taught him how to keep it. It was a hard lesson for both of us. By the time 2024 rolled around, that impressive 2 million yuan had dwindled to almost nothing. The dream we had built together seemed to have burst like a bubble in a crashing market. I saw the old weariness creep back into his eyes. The spring in his step has gone. He was back to working long hours at the barber shop. The BMW long gone, replaced by bus rides and tired of it. In the midst of his financial storm, a new opportunity emerged. Buy in. As I researched this project, I saw echoes of our initial success with Stra. The potential was there, the community strong, the technology promising. I approached him, now humbled by his experience. Remember how we turned 8,000 into 2 million? I asked him, his eyes lit up at the moment as at the memory. We did it once, we can do it again, but this time we'll be smarter. Together, we decided to invest in Pain. It's become our beacon of hope, our chance at redemption. This time, we are not just chasing profit, we are embracing the community, we're understanding the technology, and planning for sustainable growth. As we embark on this new journey with Piin, we carry with us the lesson of the past, the importance of patience, the need of financial literacy, the value of community support, he now understands that true wealth isn't just about the money in your account, but about the wisdom you gain and the community you build. In the Pine community, we believe in second chances. We believe in lifting each other up, in learning from our mistakes, and in the power of hope. As we watch our Pine investment grow, we are not just rebuilding our finances, we are rebuilding ourselves. Thank you very much. That's my story for today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Ben. I think just like we said earlier on, there are people that they will just come into the crypto market, they don't really understand it, or at some point maybe they understand it, but they don't know how to maintain it. Because people would, the biggest lie is always that, oh, the financial principles of saving or investing and all of that is of the past, is not what we should uphold in this generation. But I think at some point when you make maybe your first million in cryptocurrency, yeah, you are going to discover that, oh my goodness, yeah, I really have to stick with this principle. And if you don't stick with it, you are going to be something that the community is going to say, look, don't be like this guy. Parents will advise their children about it. But I so much appreciate the fact that, the Baba, he still got on his feet, and yeah, he still found his way around it. So yeah, hopefully, yeah, that happiness, what we lost is going to come back up. So thank you very much.
Hello? Can anybody hear me?
Okay, yeah, Joy, can you hear? I'm sorry, Miss Vita, can you hear me?
Yeah. Uh, so you're host or Mr. Vat?
No, I'm the host. I'm the host.
Okay. Okay. So now I'll hear some echoes. Am I clear?
Okay, let me fix that.
Okay. Here's the story. As I venturing transitioning to civilian life, I found myself trapped in the sameness of a 9 to 5 job that barely covered my living expenses. My military pension wasn't enough, and due to some poor decisions, I had accumulated a substantial amount of debt. The weight of financial pressure was crushing, and with no specialized skills, I felt lost about my future and how could I repay what I owed. And my journey took an unexpected turn in December 2023 when I discovered Piin. As a Pi pioneer who has been mining Pi for 3 years, I was intrigued by this new project. Through self-study and community-like courses, I delved into the world of blockchain, Web3, and DAO concepts. The more I learned, the more hooked I became. And I also realized that Pi-In, a project created by the Chinese Pi community, has great potential. What struck me most about Pi-In community was the dedication of its volunteers. They would host a Tencent meeting late into the night, conduct teaching sessions from dawn to dusk, and continuously update promotional content on Twitter. Seeing such selfless commitment, I felt compelled to join the Twitter promotion team, a decision I've stuck with ever since. Becoming part of the community gave me a sense of purpose and belonging. I've been there through Piin growth spurts and stumbling blocks. Initially, I hoped that if Piin succeeded, I might be able to clear my debt and perhaps even afford my own house. But as our community has expanded, so have my aspirations. And now I see beyond my personal goals. I envision Piin becoming a small Bitcoin, facilitating barter and transactions across the globe. Our collective efforts are bringing this vision to people from all corners of the world. As I continue to hold both Piin and Piin, I can't help but feeling a surge of thrill. The potential synergy between these two projects could be the key to change my life. I believe that Piin will not only succeed, but will offer us all a chance at financial freedom. When opportunity knocks, you must answer, and I feel like I'm answering that call with both hands. The combination of Piin and Piin gives me hope for a future when financial worries will become history. It's not just about clearing debt anymore, it's about building a bright future. And every day, as I balance my regular job with my involvement in the Piin community, I'm filled with anticipation. I'm not just waiting for success, I'm actively working towards it. And when Piin reaches its full potential, just like Piin, I believe it will be life-changing. This journey has told me that sometimes the path to turning life around comes from unexpected places. And for me, it was the world of cryptocurrency, especially Piin and Piin. As I continue this adventure, I'm not just dreaming of a better future, I'm helping to build it, one tweet, one meeting, one day at a time. And remember, when opportunity appears itself, grab it with both hands. That's what I'm doing with Piin and Piin, and I'm confident it will lead the bright future I'll be seeking. Okay, that's all about this story, and I think it's very inspiring and impressive. And thanks for listening, dear host.
Yeah, thank you, Miss Vita. I think, like you said, let's just maybe buttress on that point, and I believe Mr. Beno, Engineer Vita would also love to talk about that because most people want to make profits out of cryptocurrency, but they don't want to invest their time and invest time in developing or learning, even learning about that idea, because that is one of the major challenges we face, and that is even one of the reasons why we have this open space. Like she said, there is always, and I've witnessed that a lot of people have sent me videos from China. That's the night classes. That they educate people within the Pine community. They educate people about blockchain and all of this. So, how do you see? Let me ask Miss Engineer first. So, how do you see this idea that people refuse to? How should I put it? People refuse to participate in a project in development, and then at the end of the day, they expect to make profit from it. How does that go about? Sorry, engineer, please. Thank you. Uh, yeah. Okay. Mr. Ben, did you get the question? I think maybe he didn't get.
Okay, yes. My honest answer to this question is: firstly, you don't invest in crypto with everything you have as a person. Like example, you want to invest in crypto, make sure that you have all that thing you are doing, then make crypto another kind of another source of income. Some people do the mistake of investing everything, and the market does not respect anybody. The market doesn't respect anybody, so anything can go wrong at any time. So that when these things happen, you will have a way of fixing yourself. And again, trying not to um, look at stuffs that will bring you down. Try to always imitate people. Try to always go for the best classes, and try to always hold the coins when they say they will hold. Some of us don't have mentor. Some of us don't have a mentor that we are following, and the people we are following are not even good enough to mentor us. So I think that is what I also want to say uh, in that question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Ben. I think what you said is true. A lot of people just come in and feel like, oh, you can just make it without someone guiding them or without even having a clue of what they are doing. So at some point, everybody just have to calm down. Even me, I had to calm down. And I think we are going to have one of our speaker. He currently is busy, but he said he's going to join us later on. He's a speaker. He teaches cryptocurrency. He's one of the persons that, even though I watch YouTube videos and all of that, I spend time on that. But having someone that you communicate with is always educating you about all of this. It's really important, and it's the best way to go about this. If you find someone that has done, is not someone that is an influencer or that. Yes, that doesn't really qualify. What really qualifies is that someone that you know he has mastered all of this. So that's the best person to communicate with. That's the best person to interact with about cryptocurrency. So yeah, that is that. Thank you, Miss Vita, for that. I said I had my own story. I wanted to share a story about Brother Tweets. I think I will still have to do that right away. So please, we'll just listen and hopefully you gain lessons from it. Especially people here, we have a lot of people here that are either promoting projects in the marketing team of Pine and all of that, and you would love to hear this story. So, this story is about that I'm sharing right now. Is about someone we call Brother Tweet, and what I'm about to discuss about is like, it's not only that it showcases the passion and dedication of the Pine community members, but also it embodies the core values of perseverance, innovation, and then collective growth. So let me do that right away. So, Brother Tweet's story, like I said, his name is going to be Brother Tweet, and why we are choosing that is because he chose to be anonymous, so he didn't want to share his name with us. So, we'll put it that way. So, Brother Tweet's story begins in late December 2023. Like the two previous or the three previous stories shared, Brother Tweet was drawn to the pine innovative nature and potential. But however, he chose a unique way to support Pine, and he became a Twitter warrior. So basically, what that means is that people that shield a project, we call it shilling, or people that promote a project on X here, that's who we call a Twitter warrior. So those unfamiliar with the term, so let me explain it better now. So being a Twitter warrior is an important part of our community and an important part of the is it Pi network or even any crypto community right now. It's part of the culture of cryptocurrency that we have warriors, people that are on the forefront defending the project. So it refers to community members who are actively promoting the project on Twitter. And This isn't just simple promotion. It's like a demonstration of the community's confidence and love for the Pine future. So, Brother Tweet, let's go back to Brother Tweet now. Like I said, his journey began December 2023. He joined the Twitter Warrior team, and it wasn't easy. So the first few months, several of his Twitter accounts was suspended due to overzealous promotion, and I think we are aware of that. If you post too much, you get a ban for that. So, but just as the previous stories were, so he learned on perseverance and not giving up that easy, especially through the ups and downs of crypto market. I mean, you have to learn that if you have been in cryptocurrency for quite some time. So in February of this year, Brother Tweet created a new Twitter account, pineinfo.py. And this account became his comrade in arms. So every single time he wants to promote Pine, every single time he wants to go to the forefront, that was his account, and that is what he's always promoting Pine with. And his efforts paid off. By mid-August, his account received a blue check mark, and yeah, he had over about 21,000 or so tweets already, 21 or so. So the blue check mark not only means great influence for him, on X he has to reach a lot of people when you have a blue check mark. But however, Faith played a trick on Brother Tweets, very dirty trick on him. So the very next day, his account was suspended due to potential misunderstood tweets. Brother Tweets described this feeling as his comrade being imprisoned. But listeners, I have to say this, not that Brother Tweet's story doesn't end here. Even with his main account suspended, he didn't give up. He began seeking ways to appeal the suspension through various channels. And also, he hasn't succeeded yet, I must confess that part. But he's still persistent. Yeah, he had a lot of tweets promoting Pine, promoting the core project, and all of that. I mean, he was on the front line of everything. Like, you won't see any celebrity posts, you won't see him there. Like, he was always there, like one of the first people. We even have a list of celebrities that he's following or trending posts. And whenever they do that, he then shared it about Pine with them. So now, although he can't be on the front line himself, but Brother Tweet still quietly supports other Twitter warriors. So he's still part of the community. He's still motivating other people to promote. And yeah, if you check X, you'll see a lot of people here as are doing same. Any post about Pi Network now, even about celebrity and all of that, you would see that at some point you find a Pine tweet also among that. So it's a little bit of an experience on his side that he found something he loved and then decided to just throw himself and dedicate entire of his time into it. And honestly, that was the idea we spoke about when Miss Vita gave her story, because most people don't really understand the idea that you have to invest in any project that, sorry, you have to spend time and grow that project, no matter what it is, no matter what the requirement is. Like
I don't
example,
know.
Pi Network.
Miss Vita, can you hear him?
Hello, Miss Vita, can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I
Okay,
think Mr.
seems as
Ben
if
can
our host is having network issues right now.
I can hear Mr.
uh,
Ben and our.
okay. I think Mr. Ben can't hear me, but I believe every other person can hear me. So, hello, Mr. Ben.
Engineer Vital, are you there?
Yeah, please, Ms. Writer, please tell him that I think he can hear me, but he can't hear me right now. Please.
Miss Vita, can you hear me?
I can hear both of you.
Okay. Engineer Vital, can you hear me? Okay.
Okay. I think he can't hear right now. Let me try and message him that every other person is still hearing him. I'm hearing me. I don't know what could cause that. But yeah, like I wanted to talk about Miss Vita, what she said earlier on, that at some point you have to, dedicate your time for something. Yeah, you can't just this idea of cryptocurrency is it's a new idea, and this is like the best time to build something on cryptocurrency, to build something about crypto. So if you are just looking at investment, yes, it's good to invest. I mean, at some point you have to invest, but we need adaptation in cryptocurrency. Example, Pine. Pine is now focused on adaptation. It has its own milestone. Or example, Pi Network. Pi Network has its own milestone of reaching, uh, uh, is it about 15 million at open minute, all the criteria of having more projects come on board, or is it for Pine? We have numbers, just 1% of the Pi community. That is our target. So all of this put together need people to come and play a role in it. So if you feel that I just invested in this project, I don't need to be part of it. Let it, whoever is developing, you should just go ahead and develop and all of that. That I don't think that is how the whole concept is going to play out. Yes, it's going to require people that are dedicated, like Mr. Tweet, sorry, Brother Tweet, that we spoke about, people that can sacrifice time and all of that to make sure that we build uh, a decent project in cryptocurrency. So, yeah, I think I have made justice to that. And one other story was from Mr. Agua. I don't know if he's here on the space. So he said it, and I like repeating his story. He made huge money from Shiba Inu, but unfortunately, yeah, he lost a lot of it, a lot of the money. So what happened is that he's now starting all over, and since he can't join Pi Network afresh because it's already late according to him, uh, he just needed to buy Pine. He gave this idea that if you can buy Pine and then later on, you from the profit you make, if you have, let's say, $100 now and you invest it in Pine, it's going to have more yield for you on the far later on than if you just pump in. Of course, it's impossible to pump in that money right now into Pi, but if it was possible, then yeah, it wouldn't have been a good investment. So that it will be this way that later on you get your profits from Pine, and then you have more liquidity to accumulate Pi. So that is also one of the basic ideas behind Pi, because a lot of people can't get their KYC done. A lot of people are left behind at the moment. So it's a good way to encourage people to still participate in the Pi community. So that is that. So let me message Mr. Ben. I don't know if you can hear me now. Let me message him. And I think we have another speaker up here by Chini. Oh my goodness. Chini K. Justin. Chini K. Justin. Okay. So hello, Justin. Can you hear me? Hello, Justin. Can you hear me? Oh, I think he's showing connecting. So, hello, Mr. Ben. Can you now hear me? Okay. That is so unfortunate that Mr. Ben can't hear me, and
All right. So,
Justin
Miss
is
Vita, can
out.
you hear me?
I can hear you, Costa.
Okay, good, good. So, I think our host is having some issue with the network. So, I believe we should continue. I believe we should continue while he's um.
Okay, I just messaged Mr. Ben. So I think we are now clear on that. Also, since we just spoke about people experiences in the crypto space, I think it's best that we still move ahead when we are still talking about experiences. So I don't know how to. Let me tell him to mute his mic.
All right. Engineer Veta, can you hear our host?
No, no, I don't hear any.
What about you, Miss Vita?
Yeah, I can hear all of you. So I'm lucky.
You
Yeah,
can
I
hear. You
can
can
hear.
hear the host.
I can hear every single one of every single one of us. Yeah. I wonder why they are not hearing me.
Miss Vita, you can you hear the host?
I don't know whether our host is talking now. I can't hear him right now.
Engineer, can you hear Pi Clubhouse? Can you hear the host?
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay. Oh. I don't know. I think well, so that we don't waste anybody time in checking for or trying to resolve the issue. Let's still continue. Since we have spoken a bit about a lot of people experiences, I believe few people can still hear me. I hope people can still hear me at this point. Yeah. But if you can't hear me, I'm so sorry at the moment. I really don't know what's going on. If I go out and rejoin, I believe the space is going to crash. So I don't want that to happen today. I really came prepared for spaces today. So let's conclude on that segment before we move ahead. Uh, I spoke last, and Ms. Vita, let me recap on what everybody spoke about. So Mr. Ben spoke about his experience with the barber and how he used his money carelessly and then ended up going bankrupt. And all of that happened. And yeah, whatever happened in between, yeah, he managed that and got away with that. And now he started out how turbulent the crypto space is, how personal investment got sunk in, and right now he's back up again. And Ms. Vita also spoke of how she has been part of the Pine and the Pi community, developing and all of that. But at some point, since she found Pine, that she still believes that there's still a ray of hope in ensuring uh, that he makes profit and then be able to handle. I spoke of Agua. Unfortunately, he's not here to share the experience. I think it's better when he shares it to tell us how far, because it's far more convincing that I said it. So I hope you got the point that the crypto space is not really something that you become a billionaire overnight. You have to make sacrifices. You have to you have challenging times. You have moments that you even doubt if you are a member of a crypto community or if you are even developing anything in the first place, and all of that. So it's really turbulent, but yeah, we need strong and courageous people like Brother Tweet to make sure we navigate through the turbulent uh, crypto space. And of course, we need those kind of people in Pine. So if you are that kind of person, you are almost welcome. You are always welcome, I mean it, to Pine and then to Pine Networking Extension. So thank you. As we round up that session, I think we still expect questions as we move forward, and then yeah, we'll handle that. Any question, anybody that has a question, you just drop a comment or come up here and speak with us, and let's engage with each other and learn from each other. And we make sure we try our very best to answer your question very effective. So thank you. Right about now, we'll be moving ahead. Mr. Ben, can you now hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, thank you very much. So, right about now, I'm glad you can hear me again, because the next segment is supposed to be handled by a very good friend, my mentor in the crypto space, unfortunately, yeah. But yeah, a very good friend of mine, someone that I believe so much in, but he just messaged me that he's in a burial because we needed him. He has a lot of analysis to share with us on what recently happened. So each space we host, we always have something new, either from the Pine community or from the Pi community, either one, or the general crypto space. Example, Pine, sorry, not Pine, Bitcoin is now over $65,000. I mean, that's huge achievements. It means Bitcoin is actually getting back up, and hopefully we are getting ready for what we call the bull run. So that is that. And also, something else that we have to talk about is what happened. So the floor is still open for speakers. If we have a speaker up here, you have a question, we can suspend the discussion and then attend to your question before we resume. But yeah, Mr. Ben is here. I would love him to share his experiences or his thoughts or give us an analysis on what happened yesterday. So I just shared it here. In case you don't know what you are going to be talking about, you can just check the pinned messages for the space. Okay, Mr. Benjamin is right here. So I just shared the what's it called? The messages that happened within the last 24 hours, and I hope we have a proper time to discuss about that. So, Mr. Ben, oh wow, we now have two Mr. Ben in the space. So, Mr. Benuche, let's start with you. Can you like tell us what you really understand about what is really going on, especially within Fire Network at the moment? We just saw that the core team is open up to partner with other people, other projects. We weren't expecting that, but maybe it's a ray of hope. But what do you think about that? What do you think about the innovation? Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Partnership from the Pi coaching is a very nice one. I think it's a very nice one. But on the other hand, I was thinking when I saw this update yesterday night, I was thinking, why didn't this come up earlier on? Why didn't this come up earlier on? Because had it been it came up earlier on, it would have facilitated the open minute. Yeah, I mean partnership came up earlier on. It would have facilitated the open minute because those in partnership with this with the Pi with Picoin will be triggered to tell the core team what is happening. I partnered with you. I partnered with you so I could see something. It's taking time, and it will make them eager to open minute. But now the core team has settled down. I believe it's a strong message that is going that there is a 95% possibility to the open minutes this year because the partnership that it has been opened now is not actually for every business. It's not for everybody. Currently, Pi is selecting. It's selective. I believe some business has already requested to be a partner to the Pi network, but they have to go through some things. They have to go through interview. Imagine a crypto a project that is now the one that is choosing its partners, not like other projects. Just like you know what Hamster did to people. Hamster actually did a lot to the people. Some of my friends here were hoping to use Hamster Combat tokens to buy a car, and yesterday everybody got the biggest shock of their life. These are kind of projects I say they accepted early partnerships without investigation and proper dealings. So by making then the partners forcing the project to launch even before its readiness and giving the people a dust project. And so is not like that. Over 4 years now, Pi has been on its own and is just saying, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Please mute your mic. Please mute your mic.
My mic
The person that is talking, yes, mute your mic, please.
is me now. Okay, I should meet the person I'm talking about.
Okay,
Please
Mr.
mute your mic.
Yeah, I think he's out, so you can go ahead.
Okay, so I believe that this partnership is a very good move. It's very good, and I believe Mr. House. I believe this partnership was the reason why they shifted the end of KYC and the migration stuff to late November. Yes, I believe this is the reason. This is the main reason. Not even the reason they provided. I believe this is the main reason. So there can be an opportunity, a ground for people, businesses, a very good businesses can come out and partner with the project. So I believe that the reason they shifted that they extended the deadline is because of this partnership that just came up yesterday night. And it now happens that every Friday, every Thursday evening, last week Thursday night, there was a development. This week Thursday night again, there is a development. So I now believe that the PICO team are working earnestly, and it's a very good one. Yet it's a very good one that they now opened up the project for partnerships, and I believe that is something that will happen to our open minute, because I'm very sure that it's not going to be like other projects that they will submit their
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ben. Yeah, thank you. So, I think what I like your perspective. I never saw it from that way. That maybe because what you said, the illustration you gave about what's that coin called? Hamster combat. Yeah, they actually said we don't want to partner with everybody. We're going to run everything by ourselves. And then look at what they developed. Look at what they came up with. So yeah, maybe opening up to partnership is a very good way forward for Pi. So we also have here my very good boss, yeah, my teacher in cryptocurrency, Mr. Benjamin Ali, and he's up here with us today. So I would also love him to give us his perspective on this whole idea and what really is going to come out of this on the long run. So thank you very much, Mr. Ben. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon. Sorry, where I am is a little bit noisy, but I'm walking away from there so that pretty much the audience can hear me loud and clear without interferences. I want to believe you guys can hear me loud and
Yes, we can hear you.
clear. All right. Um, Good afternoon. It's noon here. I want to believe we all are doing fine. Everyone who has known me, known that what's happening in this community, in the blockchain ecosystem, is nothing short of an excellent stride. Now, it's important for us to pretty much give ourselves a recap of how far we have come. I mean, this is as far back as 2019, and a lot of things have happened within the ecosystem worthy of note, worthy of recognizance. Well, I'm going to start from pretty much how the ecosystem has metamorphosed. How the ecosystem has metamorphosed. Now, you and I are part of an ecosystem that is chartering an alternative market narrative. Now, as an alternative market narrative, the first thing you and I should hold strong to is that the approach will be different from the norm. The approach is going to be different from what we have known. Even the way they are doing partnership is different from the way we expect partnership to go. And if you ask me, it's pretty much leaked. I like the whole idea Now, for most of you who have been in cycles, learning cycles with me, I have done a great deal of explaining the layman interpretation of what the white paper looks like. I'll go further to make specifics around the marketplaces that the Pi network considers as core. The first marketplace is what the Pi core team considers as an attention marketplace. I mean, this is coming from the fact that that is a raw material that has powered social interaction. Call any Web 2.0 social media platform, and I will tell you that that Web 2.0 social media platform is powered by attention. It's powered by attention. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the list go on. All these are powered by attention. What do we mean by attention? These tech giants have been leveraging on our attention and recouping the benefits in monetary terms from what our collective attention gives them. They have been the first doorpost for most of the marketing agencies and only split a little of their revenue to those among us who have made for themselves what we call influencers. Now, the Pi network have seen that it ought not to be that way. And because of that, they are creating the future of social network interaction powered by blockchain. On the other side, we're also seeing that despite these Web 2.0 social media platforms are recouping massive from benefits, they have in a way failed to curtail the propagation of wrong information, cyber violence, and all manner of wrong submission within their platforms. Recently, the owner of Telegram was arrested in France. And among the many things that were leveled against him includes the fact that his platform has been a breeding ground for illicit content, laundering, even as far as terrorism. And oftentimes these platform developers oftentimes come heavy in the sense that first and foremost, they benefit from the incentives that comes from it. Can you guys still hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
All right. So first and foremost, they benefit from the incentives that comes from it, because what we collectively as users on their social interaction platform bring in the terms of attention have ramped up in millions, even up to billions of dollars in revenue. Yet they have not put into concrete steps, modalities, and techniques to mitigate the wrong propagation of ill content. So this is oftentimes one of the reasons why they are falling for it. Now, Pi network, on the other side, thinks both sides of the divide has been misappropriate, has not been done well, have not been fair, because first and foremost, he who contributes to the revenue ought to share in the revenue. And as far as Web 2.0 platforms are concerned, you and I have never gotten anything. Have you ever gotten something as a thank you package from Facebook for all the 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, in probably up to 10 years. There are most of us who pretty much are getting close to 20 years as users in these social interaction platforms. Have you ever gotten something as an incentive, as a thank you, and by so doing encourage you to, do the work you do? Only a few of us, probably less than 1%, make income. Now, it's in this sense that the Piin Network has seen an untapped marketplace. And the Piin Network calls that marketplace the attention marketplace. Piin Network in our white paper says that the average US citizen watches between 4,000 to 10,000 ads every day. Do you understand the budget behind an average of 4,000 to 10,000 ads? And all those ads are pretty much pushed right at your faces, even though they are not for free, but you are part of the algorithm that generates revenue and you get nothing to take home with. Thus, they believe that in the era or in the future of social interaction, in the future of social web, in the future of social connection platform, that will pretty much find a room for expression in the Web 3.0 era of technologies. Decentralization, tokenization, and accountability will be core corner posts. Because the era of Web 3.0 is not only bringing people into the limelight, it's also bringing devices into the limelight. If you have some seconds, go and research about the concept behind artificial intelligence, the concept behind Internet of Things, realize that we will not be the only players in the web space. Machines and gadgets will also have room to intelligently find expression in the web space, like a device can interact with a device without human interferences, while humans can also interact with devices, and humans can also interact with humans. So these boundaries is about to explode. And the Piin Network are already testing the waters by giving us a future of what Web 3.0 social interactions will look like, with the like of fire chat, with the likes of profiles. We are beginning to know how it feels. One of the first things that we have seen in the little expose that we have, like for those who have interacted with Fire Chat, and those who have interacted with profiles, the first thing you understand is it promotes accountability. And if an infrastructure at the foundation promotes accountability, it means that the future of Web 3.0 social connections will not have issues with the propagation of wrong content. And this is just one of the many marketplaces that is going to be powered by the Piin Network. So it means that unlike Web 2.0 social connection platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Piin Network is building herself to put the Pi coin as the fuel to power social interactions, where people now use tokens as the fuel for social expression. How do I mean? It means that, first of all, I can develop an article, a blog, a picture, a video, an electronic content. But before I upload it under social interaction platforms that will run on, for instance, the Pi blockchain, I'm going to burn, point of emphasis, I'm going to burn either Pi or a native utility token, of course, peered to the Pi. You can only get that token by spending Pi. So either you are burning Pi or you are burning an interaction native utility token to upload your content. Because you paid to upload your content, the algorithm considers you as the original content creator of that content. Now, from the trust graph that has been created, thus giving us what we call a global trust graph, this is pretty much the secondary purpose of why we are punching the miner app every day. There is a wide coverage that your content can go as far as the furthest part of the world created by the trust graph algorithm. Now, anybody who gets your attention, the person will also burn token or probably burn Pi to respond to your submission. If it's beautiful and it deserves a like, token will be burnt for a like. If it's beautiful and it deserves a reshare or a retweet, tokens will be burnt to do that. And if you're beginning to see, it's going to be a reality that has turned attention into a marketplace. Thus, the content that trends definitely means that that content generates massive revenue for the original content creator. I tried it. I'm not trying to say something theoretical. I did an excellent write-up on Fire Chat, and pretty much I think I burned 4 tokens, but I ended up getting close to 50 tokens back, because everyone who pretty much read my submission pretty much responded by 5, 2, 6, 8, such that at a point, the 4 tokens I burnt to upload that content, pretty much I got it back. And for a second, I was like, whoa, this is massive. Now, this is at the experimental phase. This is at the experimental phase. And at the experimental phase, now that we are seeing partnership window open, this gives you an idea that we have set in motion the possibility of a new alternative market narrative, alternative to cryptocurrency exchanges, which will be powered by what? Attention. Now, take a second and quantify how big is the social interaction marketplace. How big is the social web? How big is Twitter? How big is TikTok and the rest? And if there's an alternative solution that your little video, your little skit, your little graphic design, your little blog will instantly drive revenue to yourself, because the algorithm considers you as the original original content developer, will you really want to subject yourself to the stringent measures as stipulated by the big guys in the Web 2.0? By the way, hope you know that they are not going to just lose the fight. They are not going to just stay and watch and do nothing. But it's not going to change the fact that it was a blockchain narrative that put forward this use case. And when it ends up attracting big players in the advertisement agencies, we begin to ramp up the numbers. We'll begin to see that data from this niche of alternative marketplace begins to be analyzed, and based on the outcome of the analytics, we begin to see some market cap, or rather, yes, market cap and attention market cap. As we have the coin market cap, we're pretty much going to have what we call an attention market cap. So the partnership right now is fit for the purpose, if you ask me. It's fit for the purpose. I've once had the privilege of sitting with a full stack developer who is building something like this, and he's building a social media platform where people will donate as a means of responding to content. So pretty much you do something that is like, you like it. That like button will require you to spend some money. But that is on the centralized ledger.
Okay, I think Mr. Ben is going to be back up. Most likely he wants to attend to something on the
Hello?
call. Okay,
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you.
I did not know that my hand actually muted myself. Apologies, please. So what I'm trying to say is we are in an uncharted territory of virgin land that has massive potentials. And this is just one of the potential marketplaces that's going to be pioneered by the Pi blockchain. The second marketplace that is expected to be pioneered by the Pi blockchain is a bartering marketplace. What I've been saying thus far has nothing to do with Pi chain anymore. Has nothing to do with the likes of Piworks Forceful. This is at the institutional level. This is utility systems. I'm talking of what can happen at the individual level. Now, the bartering marketplace is telling us that our Pi Miner app is a potential kiosk. Our Pi Miner app is a potential storefront with the possibility of a POS, point of sale future. What does this give you an idea? It means that in the informal market arena, what are ideas of informal market arena? The next door shop, the next door kiosk, the taxi, the keke, the list go on. If both of you are pioneers and both of you's miner app is a potential kiosk and a storefront, what stops you guys from initiating battery? This is going to happen simultaneously across all the potential transactional front across all the countries that have passed KYC. So when you read the article about the partnership, look at the section of what Pi was saying. What do we bring to the table? Go and read it. You will see that Pi Network is saying these and these and these we bring to the table. First, they said we bring local commerce utility. Local commerce. What else do we bring? We bring platform level utility. So there are two layers of utility. Utility at the local level and utilities at the platform level. Now, utilities at the platform levels, this is where we are talking about the chain, Pi chain mall, blah, 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 and the list go on. But that doesn't mean that they are the one that will power, they are the narrative that Pi will power. No, even at the local layer, because your Pi miner is a potential kiosk. Your Pi Miner app is a potential storefront with the capability for you to make transaction and receive payment. The first implication it gives me is that you guys should definitely may not be having me speak online. And for those who have the privilege of residing in the geographical location where I reside, definitely when I'm hosting physical gatherings, definitely before you come to that venue, you will see my payment barcode largely printed on the entrance. What's the implication? The implication is you definitely will have to pay. Of course, you can. Mostly if you have been migrated. Of course, that's the reason why we're in the grace period, right? What else do the Pi Network bring to the table? They said that they have at least 14 million persons that have been verified as real identity. What does that imply to a business entity? What does that imply to an advertorial firm? What does that imply to people who are budgeting for marketing? They are not going to be interacting with robots. they're going to be interacting with real people, and real people who have the capacity to spend, capacity to respond to solutions, products, and services that beckons on their attention. So definitely those who are pretty much the players in the advert space will realize that, you see, this community of audience have within them the capacity to patronize the things that we bring. All we need to do is to make sure it is worth their attention. Because they are not robots. They are systems. Because as far as marketing is concerned, the most important system is the customer. The most important system is the consumer. So this is a real consumer, not a consumer that after you've done marketing said, oh, this is a good thing, but actually I cannot afford it. Nah. They are building a generation of massive consumer base wherein as long as it's worth their attention, they can spend their pie on. This alone then created what we can see even in the blog on what we say about the partnership. Pi Network is definitely setting up, what do we call it? A Pi ad network, probably a subsidiary of the system. Now, as Pi ad, pretty much they may be the gateway to advert, flooding us. So don't be surprised pretty much when, what's the right word, when in profiles you see ads coming. But trust me, those ads will pay to get your attention. And probably when they get your attention, by probably incentivizing you, if what they bring to the table is worth your attention, you too will do what? Will spend. Now, this is where they recoup on the revenues. So it's a social interaction tsunami coming. And trust me, open mainnet is just the beginning. One thing that I want to correct is a lot of people thinking that, why is it that this shouldn't have come before now? We are just beginning. Probably we may not be able to recoup the total benefits that comes from Web 3.0 and the massive narratives that comes from Web 3.0 in our lifetime. Probably not even the lifetime of our children. Probably not. Probably not even the lifetime of our children. Yes, from 2009 to 2010 to now, among all that we can speak about blockchain and by extension cryptocurrency was only one massive use case called cryptocurrency markets. And we have made the best of it. We are still in the works of making the best of it. But don't fool yourself that that is the only use case narrative as far as crypto and by extension blockchain is concerned. No, this is just the guy that was privileged to start the journey. Identity management is a use case narrative. Social interaction, just as Pi 1 to power, is a use case narrative. Logistics is a use case narrative. Military is a use case narrative. Governance is a use case narrative. Thus, whoever is thinking of partnering with Pi Network, the worst thing you can do for yourself is not to do an in-depth brainstorming, an in-depth research to see how much of this untapped, uncharted territory is up for you to exploit. I speak this with reference to meme narratives that pretty much are constrained Pi. I'm speaking to so pretty much how did you pretty much scan through the form? Virtually everything. Now you see, this is, to me, or if you ask me, is a slap on the face. We are coming from an understanding that any cryptocurrency project that want to have relevance need users. And the big players, institutional wise, that can give you massive users are centralized exchanges. And you will pay from your tooth for you to get your token enlisted. Now, Pi Network is just came into the space and is beginning to make us understand that pretty much that was myopic. That was myopic. So pretty much at enclosed mainnet, it's like these guys saw the writing on the wall and they wanted to enlist Pi. And Pi gave a stern warning. We are not in open mainnet. When we're in open mainnet, the technical feature called firewall will be brought down. So Pi will interact with anything, not only currencies. Because the only thing that we can think about worthy interactions with Pi is at the currency layer. Nobody was seeing Pi interacting with attention and generating as an uncharted territory revenue. Nobody was seeing identity solutions in a very decentralized, security-packed way as we are seeing the KYC, because technically the machine learning algorithm is about to reach the point where we as validators will be called to rest. Yes, when that algorithm is matured, trust me, validators, we are done. We will not be validating no one. The machine will pick, validate, decide whether it's a valid ID, and pretty much create the cryptographic hash that is 100% protected by blockchain. So anyone who pretty much has passed KYC and is lazy about validation, well, I do not know when in the open mainnet, but one thing I've known is that prior to open mainnet, Pi is a bit centralized, because it's the emulator servers in California that has been housing all our interactions on the left. Then she now gave room for what we call the community of nodes to run, but they were running on testnet. Now the purpose why they had to run on testnet is because, and the purpose wherein they had to be a firewall is because the system needed no external interaction, because the data from the emulator servers and the data from the community of nodes needed to be compared side by side, to the point that the system is definitely sure that these nodes that are currently testnet super nodes are capable of taking the network. When they have taken the network, those emulator servers that have begun work as far back as 2019 will be shut down. At that point, the blockchain is completely decentralized. Thus, everything that pretty much the emulator servers has been housing and managing becomes inherited by the community of nodes. That's where those who pretty much have spent sweat and blood in testnet will realize that they were not actually fools. That was the wisest investment decision they would have made in their entire whole life. So I want to believe that from the little experience I've been in the crypto space, only a few blockchains are truly worth the word ecosystem. Only a few blockchains narratives are truly worth the word ecosystem. With all due respect to the other guys in the space, with all due respect. And as we begin to charter this path, we come to realize that it's getting spicier and spicier and spicier. We can say a lot, but we can come to the understanding that in all that I have said, nobody was talking about the price of Pi. Nobody was talking about a consensus value. Nobody was talking about what would be the dollar worth of the Pi. Because Pi is proven to be a true currency. What is a true currency? A true currency is a currency that at least possesses three functions. The first function is as a unit of account. The second function is as a medium of exchange. And the third function is a store of value. In all I have said, Have you felt some sense of value? Have you felt some sense of a technology narrative that can power transactions? It means that this is truly a currency. Because one thing that you should understand between currency is that every currency has a finite boundary that gives him room for expression. What most especially in these three things I have highlighted. And oftentimes, all the currencies of the world have the apex bank of that currency chartering that finite boundaries. So the Federal Reserve for the dollar, the Bank of England for the pound sterling, and like in my case, a Nigerian, the Central Bank of Nigeria for the naira. In that boundary, only that currency finds room for expression. Worst case scenario is there's going to be a third party currency. It's going to be based on the boundaries that the apex bank have chartered for that alternative currency. How many blockchains that do you know today have chartered a finite boundary for expression of their currency? You cannot tell me CoinMarketCap and Binance and all those stuffs are finite boundaries. Market is pretty much an alternative use case. Everybody knows that. Your currency even knows that. This is why you have what we call an FX floor. This is why you call an FX market. The only currency that has created FX as a finite boundary is the US dollar alone. If you go to the School of Finance, those who are excellent in it will give you a reason why the dollar, the FX is a finite boundary for the dollar. And pretty much players in the game are already threatening the supremacy of the dollar moving forward. And pretty much it's not a welcome idea for the United States of America. So the first thing we begin to see that it is actually what? A currency. As long as that it is, it will not fight. It will not fight. You are the one that will ask yourself how fair I am in the value I'm thinking for this currency. Because if one currency powered by one blockchain has empowered three marketplaces. I've just talked about two marketplaces, the attention marketplace and the bartering marketplace. I'll go to the third marketplace as captured by the white paper in some few minutes from now. If one currency powered by one blockchain has created at least three alternatives marketplaces and cryptocurrency marketplaces not among those three, what tells you? Should that inform you? Because those who are into analytics, definitely those are worthy, verifiable data that will influence their decision on that currency. For the layman, the implication is it is never in your best interest. Come open minute, you go and you spend all your pie, converting it to probably USDT, converting it to probably Ethereum. Because by the time that you will understand, or by the time that these alternative marketplaces are a global presence, in fact, not a global presence, a regional presence, not even a global presence, presence in probably one part of the world, probably a strong presence in Asia, a strong presence in Africa, probably a strong presence in South America, probably a strong presence in Europe, not even in the whole world. You may regret the fact that you dumped all your pie, because those who you dumped your pie to, who pretty much have been waiting since 2021 to have that field, which we consider as centralized exchanges, they won't give it back to you at the price you gave it to them. This is pure economics. And now we are being flooded by two narratives in the blockchain space: real world assets and DIPIN, decentralized physical infrastructure networks. Why? Because these narratives are chartering an alternative market cycle that is not at the mercy of the bull run, that is not at the mercy of the bear market. Indirectly telling you that the crypto industry is about ripe to move into the next phase of use case, alternative to markets as a use case. Because market as a use case, we only have 2 or 4 excellent seasons: the bull season, the bear season, then we have a season we call accumulation, or rather accumulation, in preparation for another bull season. After the bull season, then correspondingly a bear season, and after that we kind of like shake off the waters. That's all that happens. And even this market is at the mercy of external players like whales. And now we have just seen what 1 or 2, not more than 7 institutions did to the market just after ETF. Market narrative gave us a short-term, graph that we have never seen for the past 10 years. We haven't seen it. That before halving, the price of Bitcoin will surpass its all-time high in the previous market cycle. We've never seen it, courtesy of what? Bitcoin ETF. This is how big institutions are. So pretty much you better start Googling how is the attention market, the institutions in the advert agencies, how big is the market cap? When I checked, I realized that as far back as 2016, at least $500 billion exchange hands on adverts. The prediction for 2024 is about 890 something billion. We are already across 480. Probably by the last quarter of the year, we are about 500 billion. So the remaining 300 billion in the prediction of what will exchange hand on adverts probably may come by the end of the year. It makes sense because this is pretty much the ember season, like for us in Africa and pretty much for the rest of the world. That's where people recoup on a lot of things. Let's not forget, most of the workforce around the world have been pretty much killing themselves just for December. December comes with a 13-month. December comes with some tax rebate. December comes with some evasion. December comes with some physical freedom, so they can travel and pretty much celebrate all the work they have done from January up to Q4. And it repeats every year. This now takes me to the third marketplace that, according to the white paper, the Pi blockchain intends to charter. And that's what the marketplace of dApps. Now, this is what we all know. Virtually every blockchain pretty much have a marketplace of dApps, right? Now, this is where the over 70 utilities comes to play. So technically, come open mainnet, or subsequently after open mainnet, you should have 4 ways to interact with your Pi. Interact with your Pi in the attention marketplace, because we cannot agree that social media is not a core part of our lives. So what will be the social media platforms that are pretty much going to be heralded by Pi Network as good as Twitter, as good as Telegram, as good as TikTok, as good as Instagram, as good as Facebook, and they are fully Web 3.0. You integrate with them from your wallet, such that when you develop content and your content trend, the proceeds go directly to your wallet. How ready are you for that? Like seriously, how ready are you for that? Then comes what we call the local commerce infrastructure, wherein I just move from my street and pretty much I'm stranded and pretty much I'm thirsty, and I move into a kiosk, a shop, pretty much, and I meet a lady, and pretty much while we're trying to discuss about Naira, and I just see that she just have a little banner left of her desk that she can also accept Pi. Do you understand the implication of that? One thing I know, I know is that Asia will take over the local commerce narrative. I don't think we in Africa can do that. I don't think we can bite that. In fact, I'm tipping the likes of Vietnam. I'm taking the likes of Vietnam and probably China. China is big, that's why you think is impactful. But from what I've understood, Vietnam is well prepared. It's like those guys know exactly what they are doing, even though those from mainland China are also doing the same. Unfortunately, we from Africa, it's like we are yet to understand what we are doing. Because it looks as if we will be the big players and dump in the pie. I stand to be corrected, though. I stand to be corrected. But I kind of feel from the writing of the works, I've been part of many Pi Network leadership groups. Pi Clubhouse can attest to that. And we have been seeing you guys preparing for day one. So probably we are kind of like thinking probably from day 1 to day 15, you may have dumped all your Pi. So probably it's good for us to give you the necessary information so that even if you must dump your Pi, dump it from an informed point of view. I don't want you to come to my desk telling me things like I did not know. I shouldn't be attending to that. And if I'm going to attend you, I'm going to pay Pi to get my attention. Whoop, sorry, you just threw it away to probably Hoibi or BitGet or Binance or, the list go on. Bybit. Options are available for you. If before the go, they were not willing to accept any signing fee from Pi Network, they were willing to enlist Pi for free. That tells you they have information more than you can ever have. Yet, even when Pi says, no, we don't, they still went and create an alternative narrative for the Pi trademark. You call it ROU, UOU, UUU, it's up to you. Now a partnership window has been created. You think, I was super shocked. Somebody that I respect in the community kind of like interpreted the partnership announcement from a pessimistic point of view. And this is what he was saying, that so Pi Network is trying to say that they don't have partners. It's we that will bring partners for them. I was like, duh. Like, seriously? Do you understand the white paper? And have you checked the white paper with the things that have been? Do you know that in profiles there is a plugin that is highlighted right now that will import data from Facebook, data, I think, from Instagram, and data from YouTube into your profiles? Do you know that right now it's there? Of course, what you see pretty much is the structural framework of what the Pi browser will bring. And nobody's even talking about the chat that is on the Pi miner. Will it pretty much turn out to be a centralized messaging infrastructure like WhatsApp being a centralized messaging infrastructure? Like, I am sick and tired of all the as in sometimes I get exhausted when I'm brainstorming. Like, what are these for? I'll end by saying, most especially as we have the Pi in guys here, and I think tomorrow I'll also be speaking alongside Woody on the same thing. So pretty much we will never get tired of saying these things over and over and over again. But trust me, if cryptocurrency exchanges, the likes of Uniswap, PancakeSwap, SushiSwap, Binance, BitGet, you name it, CoinX, you name it, are actually the main motivation for the Pi Network, we would have been the most pitiful ecosystem. Because what were we doing all this while? So like all this while only for us to wake up one morning and start enlisting on exchanges, and we missed the 2020 bull run? Like, who does that? Go check all the exchanges. Why are they doing massive airdrop campaign? Trust me. Why didn't they do it in 2022? Why are they doing it in late 2023, first quarter, second quarter, and pretty much Q3 of 2024? Because as far as market is concerned, the market is at the mercy of the halving, that which is pretty much a cornerstone of the Bitcoin economic model. Now, don't take that lightly, because Bitcoin alone is sitting at 53% of the dominance, or in other words, Bitcoin alone has attracted 53% of all the monies in the crypto market. So if a currency alone has that massive presence, any other currency is not there to challenge Bitcoin. Every other currency is there to tap from the trend that the almighty elephant Bitcoin creates. So definitely they will do their airdrop exercises around the bulls, around the market cycle. Nobody at the end of 2025, late into middle 2026, will be doing you airdrops. Because even though when they airdrop those coins to you, those airdrops will fall in price because we are already in the bear market. They'll wait to late 2027 as we wait for the 2028 halving, and you will see a new wave, probably with a new narrative. Except for the blockchains whose use case revolves around real world assets and DAIPin. Thus, even in the bear market, they will be grinding. Why? You will use their token to power real life infrastructure services. Like real world assets are coins that pretty much they will tokenize estate management, property development. So that one is not at the mercy of bull run the bear market. DAIPin means cryptocurrency will power infrastructures like electricity. Some of you guys pay, unlike us in Africa or like us in Nigeria, some of these guys pay for their utility bills on the month, probably before the month or by the end of the month. So what happens if you pay for XYZ kilojoules of hours, and pretty much work has taken you out of your vicinity and you're going to probably a different country or different continent, probably a different state, while you've already paid for electricity? Wouldn't you be glad that there is a blockchain infrastructure that pretty much, if you give up your meter ID, your electricity metering ID to that blockchain, there are people who will use that electricity for pretty much cheaper than the price that they pay from the electricity infrastructure, but at the same time also beneficiary for you because you won't miss out on anything. There are blockchains around DAIPin, the concept, the coins like Parcel, the coins like Peak, and pretty much some layer 2 narratives on top of Ethereum. All these are wrapped in Pi Network. And when they were talking about the concept of utilities, some people say, are we going to eat utilities? Because the language we wanted was, hello pioneers, haven't gone this far. We are excited to announce that Pi coin will be enlisted in Binance. And I think everybody. And what happens 7 months after that? That will be the most beautiful ecosystem in the face of the earth. I will stop here. I hope we all have been informed, and I hope you guys prove us wrong, but we stand to be corrected. A lot of you will dump your Pi. Probably a few of you who are here may probably have a rethink. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Ben. Yeah, I think even I myself have to rethink. I just learned things that I've never heard before, the various use cases. Yeah, I was always thinking utility, and just stuff like PyChain more. I never thought of the attention use case or any other thing aside something like PyChain more. And I'm so glad that you open up that aspect of it to me, and also to make me understand more about the partnership, because I was a bit narrow-minded about the partnership. Oh, you just come have a deal with the core team and all of this. I didn't really understand what was in depth in all of this. So I'm super excited that you have at least opened up everything clear to us. And it's important that if you still make the wrong decision after that, then yeah, it's left to your personal decision. And of course, every decision will have to come with its own consequences. So I hope everybody heard and then would have to stick to that. So I don't have to speak for much because I'm moderating. We have four other speakers here that also might want to contribute. So we have someone else here, Web3 Tata, Web3 Tatafu. So he just came up. Hello, good afternoon. Do you have what to contribute to us?
GM, guys. Am I audible?
Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you.
GM, guys. Good morning. Good afternoon, rather. How are you all doing? Well, I really don't have much to say. I just saw the I just saw the space and I decided to jump. So I've been listening to what you guys have been saying since about PI and the rest. The thing is, I used to have an account with PI where I already mined over 1,000 PI already, but my phone was stolen and I lost that account. The email I used in setting up the PI account, I couldn't get it back. So I lost that account. I started mining PI afresh again. So I really don't know if there's any way I can contact PI, because when I try to get back that account, they're asking me for my passphrase, which I cannot remember again. And also, they are sending a code to my email, which I cannot log in again. So I really don't know if there's any way I can retrieve that account back. That account has over 1,000 PI on it. And I just started afresh. I've only been able to mine about 20 something PI. So I don't know if anybody can assist me in getting back that my old account, if there's anything I can do to get it back. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, that's so. Should I say unfortunate? Because there's nothing fortunate about that to lose 1,000 pi. But I believe if you lose access to the email, lose access to the what's it called, password, lose access to the phone number that was linked there, then I don't see any possible way to get back the account at the moment. I would say contact the support portal if that would be possible, but I don't deem that possible. So
I have tried
yeah, just
contacting.
contact. Yeah, what was their response?
They've not responded to me. What I lost access to was the email that I used in setting it up. I still have the phone number I use, but they are not sending code to the phone number. They are sending code to the email. That I can't say that when my phone got lost, that was the thing that pained me most, because I have over 1,000 PI already, and now I'm starting afresh. I just have 20 something, so it's crazy.
Oh, that's really bad. That's really bad. And I don't really know. Yeah, I'm running out of an idea to suggest to you. It was only the support portal that I do refer everybody to. But at the moment, I think, yeah, it's just best for you to find a way and recover the email. You didn't have backup email. I think you should
The
have a
backup
backup
email they
email.
are the backup email they are giving me is an email that I never set up. So I don't know where they got that backup email from. I never set up that email that they said they are sending it to our backup. And my fear now is I just registered KYC on this my new PI. I don't know PI will accept it. I've already been verified on the former PI account.
So you already verified the first account?
Yes, I already verified it. And I just did KYC for this one. It's still pending.
Ah, that's a complicated case. Yeah, honestly. So you still use the same document, did the first one, and then did the second one.
Yes.
As the second one passed,
No, it's still pending. The second one, I did the
have
verification on the KYC. I think I did it 2 days ago. It's still pending.
Okay, I expected such a thing. Yeah, Mr. Ben, do you have any idea and on how he can go about that? Because I'm not sure about that anymore. Okay, I think he's not up because I'm trying to wrap my head around the fact that your account has been verified already and it's about to be verified the second time. It's not going to be possible. And I think if it's possible, then it's going to be a flaw on the KYC algorithm and all of that. Like the database, yeah, it's going to be a mismatch. I'm thinking of how that might ever be possible, but I don't see that possible of you passing the second KYC because there's going to be a name confliction. And yeah, two people can have the same name, have the same
Exactly,
face,
exactly.
and yeah. So the only solution is to get back that face account. It's good you did the KYC, and most likely you must have done migration, but it's good that you did that one. How about, oh, yeah. I was thinking of having access
So
to your wallet.
let's probably
The only
probably
way,
they hello. Probably when they want to approve the second account and they realize that I have an account already, maybe they will reply me. If I can get the support from there, I'll be very grateful. Let me just wait, Sha. Probably when they reply to tell me that I've been verified before, I will not send them a mail that I left that account and see if they can give me back.
yeah, that's like the that's the best solution at the moment. If not that, if it's even possible to verify the second account, then we have to call out the core team to say, look, there is a glitch in the KYC system that has to be fixed, or whoever is the developer behind the scenes. So, yeah, that is that. And I just hope you get your account back. Yeah, and I hope everything goes smoothly. So, yeah, we are off today. I can't find Mr. Benuche, so let me make Pi Pi Open Mainnet co-host in case he can find Mr. Benuche. He wants to speak, but I can't find his request. So, Mr. Engineer Vita, I've sent you a request to be a co-host so that you can help me check if you can find Mr. Ben. I can't find him. Okay, thank you. So let me check the comment section for questions as well. Yeah, today is like our longest space. I'm so glad. What's it called? X. We didn't have a rock pool today. We didn't have any hindrances. Everything just went smoothly. I was a bit shaky. Or like, oh my goodness, let it not cut when Mr. Ben is speaking because it has happened before. And I believe everybody here learned something from what Mr. Ben said. Yeah, like his discussion. And also, if someone has something to contribute, because I think that's why Mr. Benuche wants to come up, or if someone has something to add to that, or even a question to ask Mr. Ben, because I don't know, but I think he's in a busy position. Because I had like at least a one question to ask him. Yeah, considering the use case. Because I recall back earlier this year, he made mention of the fact that chain more by valuation and all of that, market valuation, is going to be a project over $50 million by open minutes. As you recall, it's a prediction that he made, yeah. And now we have seen that the chain more coin is already over 800 or so in market cap, just the coin. I mean, that speaks volumes, and that speaks so much of the Pi community moving. Because if a project can just come up with that within the Pi community, then definitely we might see so much more. Okay, yeah. Tatafu, you have something to say?
Okay, okay. Sorry, guys. I would have loved to ask another question, though is not related to Pi right at the moment. What I wanted to ask is because I'm actually a newbie and I'm trying to look to ask some of the OGs and some of the big guys like you guys to advise me on what to do. I'm trying to look for an avenue where I can invest my dog's earning and my hamster earning. Anything I can do to increase my this thing, probably staking and all that, where I could probably stake it and do other things so I can increase the money, the funds that is on my wallet. I just needed some advice on what to do with it. If I don't want to sell it, I really want to invest them back and get more. Thank you.
Yeah, Tatafu, I think that's a tricky question because everybody will tell you this is not a financial advice. Yeah, but if you check my portfolio, sorry, my profile, I'm really like focused on only 3 projects at the moment, even though there are others, but 3 key projects. That's Pi, Core DAO, and then Stellar. So Core is what I do my staking with. All of my staking is done on Core. So all my earnings, because I believe on the project, and then it's something that is going to tap into the Bitcoin market. So Core. But something else you can invest in is fine. Yeah, I think that is one of the reasons why we are here. So investing in Pine is still good. What other project is there? It's not possible to buy Pi at the moment, so I would advise you to do that. But those are the 2 projects, or maybe Stellar, yeah, that you can invest in. Other projects, I don't know about them, or let me say I cannot advise you on them because I don't know what might happen, high volatility and all of that. So yeah.
So is it possible for me to convert the token in my wallet to Core and stake it?
Yes, it's possible. Like me, I use Binance for my initial this thing, and then send it down to. So depending on the wallet you use, send it down to Mexi. So Mexi is where I buy Core, all of my Core transaction. I buy it from Mexi and then send it to what's that wallet called, MetaMask. So that's the best place to store Core. But for Pine, the best place to store Pine for me at the moment is Trust Wallet. Yeah, those are like the 2 alternatives.
Please, I'll be in your DM, please.
All right, thank you. Like I said, though, let me repeat it again. So that's just my personal opinion. It's not a financial advice. I would like to say that because we are in a formal place. But yeah, that is I just told you what I do.
I know, I know, I know.
Okay, all right. Thank you. So I believe Engineer Vita, do you have what to say? We have stayed
Sorry,
for getting to
sorry,
two hours.
I can't find how to message you. I'm not seeing message on your DM.
Okay, let me give you a follow. I think you are not even following me. Follow me so that you can message me.
I'm following you. I'm following you already.
Yeah, check now. Try again. Refresh the page. It will be possible. So yeah, I was saying, Mr. Ben, sorry, not me, Engineer Vita, do you have what to say before we close for today? And hopefully by Thursday next week, the core team is going to give us a new update, like Benuche said, so that we discuss on it as well. So I think we spent 2 hours. So yeah, Engineer Vita, do you have what to say as we round up the event? Okay. He just accepted to be a co-host now. And yeah, he's out again. Let me send him a request. Just sent him a request again. So for any other person, I think Web3 Tafo is the only person, and maybe Mr. Ben, but I don't know if you would like it, but yeah, the giveaway. So the Piin is giving away 100,000 Piin, and it will be distributed within the speakers that came up and asked questions. So everyone is qualified for that too. Let me send Engineer Vital a request again. Okay. Hello, Engineer. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Yeah. Thank you. Actually, I am very grateful for this for today as a Spurs. Actually, it is very wonderful and educative space. So I would like to thank everyone because today as a Spurs, it is very wonderful and successful. So I would like to thank Mr. Benjamin and everyone who have participated in this space. Actually, let's continue to grow our community and look forward for open mainnet by the end of this year, as Kwatim said. Open mainnet will be at the end of this year, 2024. So let me thank the community audience, everyone who take their time, and the listeners. May God bless him so much. So let's give the mic to Vita and say something before we end the space.
Yes, thank you. Ms. Vita, do you have what to say before we end? Thank you. Hello, Ms. Vita. Can you hear us? Okay, I believe she can't hear us. Yeah.
I can't hear Vita.
Yes, that's the problem.
Yep.
So, anyways, yeah, thank you. Anyways, Mr. Ben, I read Mr. Ben, Mr. Benjamin. Let's make it distinctive so that we know who we are talking about. So, yeah, do you have any final words for us, like an advice or closing remark, as they say? So,
All right.
for today's space,
All right. Thank you, everyone. A few things. I've been hearing question about the bull run is coming. What we will do? Keep building. Okay. If you have bought your tokens, you have tokens. Pretty much. This time next year is a good time for you to be thinking of selling your tokens. All right. So grind. So wait. All right. So wait. I'm also inviting you guys. Pie in alongside Woody. We'll also be having a session tomorrow. We look forward to us having cycles of brainstorming sessions. So thank you. Pie Clubhouse, that's pretty much awesome to set up this space. I really enjoyed every part of it. Thank you very much.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Ben. And yeah, I think we have made it to the end of today's space. I really appreciate the Pi community and also the Piin community for making this a success. Honestly, we wouldn't have done it, to be sincere. Yeah, everybody came out. And in fact, I love it that everybody came out. It also attracted people from outside the Pi community. I had to check who and who were in the space, and I found people outside the crypto space. And Web3 or sorry, Web2 space already part of the space. So thank you everybody for helping us promote the space. The Piin community did awesome job for today's space. Yeah, promoting the space, making sure everybody heard of the space. So thank you, and I hope we see ourselves tomorrow, 10 a.m. at Woody Space, starting by 10 a.m. So hopefully I'll find everybody there, and yeah, we get to listen again and just learn. So that is all for today. So sorry it's windy, but that's all for today, and I believe that yeah, we learned whatever we want to make out of the information. I believe we learned the best of everything that we had to learn today. So thank you very much.